Hello everyone, and welcome to a new edition of Broadcasted. I am back. My name is Strifium, of course, and we are here for a Misfits Racing League practice race, and it is around, of course, Singapore. I am very excited for this race. I'm going to go down through this grid for you in just a moment. We've just finished 18 minutes of qualification. Now we have a 20 racer grid here. You can see them lining up for the formation lap with the audio finally coming online here. Take a look at who's on this grid. We have Valu in pole position, Mammal there in second, Becky in third, Microlander in fourth. That's Crampy in fifth, with Ducks in sixth, Scars in seventh, Astrodite in eighth, Mario in ninth, BTFU in 10th. That's Tim in 11th, Dirk Chocolate in 12th. Yasko there in 13th in the Ferrari. Cotter's 14th here for this one. Moen is back there in 15th. Vettel, 16th position. Yoda in 17th. Lozzie is on the grid today as well. There in 18th, we have iFelipic in 19th, and Cactus rounding out the 20 racers for this one. Only 7 drivers opting for the soft compound tires here in this race. Singapore can be quite harsh on tires, so I do believe one of the more optimal strats here is the medium hard, but we'll have to see how things play out. There are going to be safety cars potentially in this race. But majority of this grid on the mediums. iFelipic, the lone driver there in 19th position on the hard compound. So we'll have to see how that pans out for him. Drivers weaving now on the formation lap, getting some temperature into those tires. We have a McLaren, Racing Point, and Alfa Romeo top 3 right here starting this race. Few drivers on the grid today getting their practice race in so they can get confirmed for the league, which is always nice to see. So get that race in so that the stewards and the moderators can, get a sense for the driving of new applicants, and it's a good way to vet drivers and make sure things stay as clean as we can keep them. So Valley will be leading the charge. The Finnish driver now just coming through with, I do believe now, the AI controlling that car, bringing us to the grid. 20 racers. Cactus, of course, once again bringing up the rear. He's in the Mercedes. He's partnering Yoda. Not entirely sure what's going on there, but of course we will jump to the front of this grid where it's Mammal in P2 in that Racing Point, lining up next to the Finn. That's the McLaren, of course, Valu, and now Lozzie at the rear. You can see taking her position. Or we go racing around Singapore. Buckle up, have some fun. Well, the lights seem to be going on for these racers. 4 or 5 red lights here now in Singapore. Lights are out and the racers are off. That is the McLaren of Valu leading us away. Microlander has already dispatched Becky. Microlander now getting tapped a little bit. A little bit of exchanging happening in this field already as we move through turn 2 and 3. Now we head down, and this is where things get intense. Crampy's had a major issue. That Haas is off and round. Fortunately, no damage on that front wing at the moment. Taking a look at the Ferrari of Scars. Wheel to wheel now. That's Ducks on the inside. Microlander just ahead. That's the Ferrari coming around on the outside. Is he going to get this move done? Things are very tight right now. There's another Renault in the mix. That's Mario. Now he's looking at the other Renault for serious position here. He wants to get 6th from his teammate. Moen and iFelipic have had an exchange. iFelipic now has made up a massive amount of positions here. He started in 18th. A little bit of a wheel-to-wheel exchange right now for Moen as Vettel. Yoda now. There's Yoda. Looking at Moen. He's dispatched, of course, the Red Bull. He's looking at Vettel, but a big slide out from that car right now. Moen dropping down this field, struggling for the time being. Meanwhile, we have BTFU looking at the rear of the Haas. That's Astrodite in 8th. Mario still in 7th ahead, chasing down his teammate Ducks in 6th. Right now, Valu is still leading your race. Now we've had an issue with Cotters. He has had a massive amount of damage, and there is a VSC deployed. He's trying to get that car back around. There's Crampy getting involved in that. Did Crampy take damage? Very fortunate in that Haas still here in this race not to take damage, and this VSC deployment is going to slow everything down for, at the very least, a few moments. Look, there's a desync at the front on the timing tower because Valu is still leading this race. However, the timing tower has other plans. Still under VSC conditions, of course. Things quite intense here, and I can't follow all the action as closely as I would like, considering the timing tower playing those tricks on everything. Hopefully it'll correct itself. It's showing us on lap 3. That is not the case at the moment. We are on lap 2. Valu is leading this race, and it is Mammal and Becky chasing him down for the lead. They are the current top 3 drivers in this race, where they began. Very bizarre bug that I am having to deal with at the moment on the timing tower, but things are starting to, well, I would hope, sort themselves out. There's some damage. That was Astrodate with a big brush of the wall, and he's allowed both AlphaTauris by as a result. Who else gets by here? The Ferrari of Yasko, Dirk Chocolate, now Yoda, Vettel, Filipich was there as well. Astrodate has dropped like a stone, and he's going to come in here to get that wing changed over. What has happened with Becky? Becky's taken a massive amount of damage on that front left wing, and he has dropped into 10th position, and he is going to drop further with this massive ensemble of cars moving behind him. Valu still leading this race. The Alfa Romeo of Microlander picks up where Becky left off in 3rd. BTFU on the hunt. He is in that AlphaTauri at the moment looking for P6, and Mario has jumped Dux in for 5th now. He was fighting his teammate previously for that 6th position, but now he's made it into 5th ahead, which is fantastic to see. Dirk Chocolate now under huge threat here, as Filipich and Vettel have overtaken the Red Bull. Yoda has the Brit driver next on the menu. Ooh. Bit of a slide out from these drivers, a little bit of contact as we move into the tough left-hander. How is it going to go for Yoda? He has a great exit. DRS now on that Red Bull. Does he look for the move here? BTFU looking at Dux as well. Mario on Scars. There goes Yoda up the inside. Big mistake from Yoda, and he goes deep with a reset to track from there. Mario hunting down the Ferrari Scars. Timing tower does not want to give in. We are on lap 4 of 31 at the moment. It is showing Crampy in the lead, and this is the Ferrari of Scars with a big issue coming out of turn 2. There goes Mario up the inside in the Renault, and this is going to really expose Scars here. Here we have BTFU in that Honda-powered AlphaTauri looking for P6. He has some fast movers behind him in Dux, and his teammate Tim is having a move on the Renault, or is he? Dux holding that AlphaTauri back, but is it going to be the move down the inside? Big lunge out of the AlphaTauri. Does he get it done clean? Yes, he does. With Dux going offline a little bit there, but Dux back to the inside as we move through into the right-hander, up ahead, now through the left, and that's Tim ahead into 7th, and I think that's the move done for him. Astrodate's just taken a 3-second time penalty. Lozzie is into the pit lane and out on some hard compound tires. Now Becky has come in and gotten off those old tires. The wing changed over onto mediums. BTFU very close with Scars, less than half a second the gap as Filipich hunts down Dux for P8. Scars now defending the AlphaTauri. BTFU around the outside. Nothing doing just yet. Does he have the exit ahead? Yes, he does, and it was a neat move for 5th from BT. Tim is going to have the next crack, and here we have it, wheel to wheel between the Renault and the Williams. Ifilipic through. Does this open the door for the Mexican in Vettel as we come through under the lights? What is going to go down for these racers? Tim now is breathing down Scar's neck. Microlander has caught things up with Mammal as well. We're going to jump on for this fight for, of course, second position now, as there's multiple exchanges. Scars has had a major issue. He's jumped into the pit lane. So has Dux. They're tired of these softs, and these tires are burning out very quick, and you can see it right now with Microlander on these mediums. Look how much speed and traction he has in comparison to Mammal. This is going to be the move now. To the inside into the next turn. Clearly ahead of the racing point, and those softs are toast, with Microlander now looking to hunt down Valu ahead. The gap currently 4 seconds. Their Chocolate's making some moves up the field now. There we have him moving into 9th position ahead of Yasko, and that was a battle between two medium runners. The Ferrari looks like he could be struggling at the moment as Yoda begins to catch things up. Dux on his way out of the pit lane here has been overtaken. He has fallen out in 15th position. Becky B is 5.2 seconds behind him. And things now, you can see Microlander has pulled 1.1 seconds ahead of Mammal after the overtake was done just a few moments ago. Dirk Chocolate currently 2.5 seconds off of Vettel, and this train of cars ahead. Yasko and Moen now have exchanged as well. So Moen has moved into 11th position ahead of the Ferrari, and something is going on with Yasko there. We're going to take a look at the front wing. He's missing that front right end plate, costing him some major performance here. So far so good in this race, not too much drama. Ifilipic hunting down Tim. Key thing here is Ifilipic is the only driver in the top 10 on hards, and of course there's two racers left in this one on the softs. That's Valu and Mammal. What will they be able to do here when these medium runners catch up? There is Yoda in the wall in the Mercedes. He's had a major issue. He's looking to rejoin the circuit as safely as he can here. Moen has actually taken up 10th position here, and it's the two Red Bulls rounding out the points positions in the top 10. Yasko has come in. See Yoda with a bit of a slide there. Scars in 12th now. He's on fresh medium rubber. Microlander has pulled a second to Valu in the last lap. Becky B has crossed with the fastest lap now. It was a 1:39.007, and there goes Lozzie with a 3-second time penalty after multiple warnings. As our tower continues to plague us here, up and down the times go here, on and off. Of course, Ifilipic quite tight to the rear of Tim, and he's going to be looking to dispatch these two Alpha Tauris as quickly as he can. BT and Tim currently holding on to 5th and 6th. Ifilipic wants to win this race in this Williams. We'll have to see if that hard starting strategy will pay off. We've had a yellow flag now. Looks like there's been an issue with... Well, who's that then? Could be Yasko still struggling here. It's come in. Now he's missing a good portion of the front left wing. So he's come in for a change already and definitely struggling here as Valu has come into the pit lane. He has come in off the softs onto the hard compound tires now. Where is he going to drop into this grid? And who is he going to be fighting? Mammal came in behind him. Valu. Moen is going to be fighting with this McLaren on exit of the pit lane. Is he going to be able to have enough temperature in these tires, enough speed and traction to take 8th position from this McLaren? For now, he's got Yoda looking at him as well. Yoda had that issue. Now he's back. He's taken 9th from Moen out of nowhere around the outside. And Valu is in trouble because these tires for Yoda are going to give him a lot of performance. Moen has a little bit of a peak to the inside. Nothing doing. Yoda, less than half a second. Well, less than a second to, of course, Valu ahead. Ifilipic is still just hunting down Tim here, and he's close. BTFU and him have both moved up a slot each as a result of those front runners coming into the pit lane. And here we have it. DRS overtake to the inside now for Corner entry. Does he have it through? Yes, he does. But does he hold it? Tim with a great exit. Filipich says no way. And he is in to fourth position here. Vettel has caught up with all of this action. Dirk Chocolate in 7th, 3 seconds ahead, as looks like there was a yellow flag. What's happened? Was that Dirk? It can't have been Dirk here. Maybe the interval's playing jokes on me, but of course there goes Vettel up the inside through into turn 1, clear into 5th position. Very neatly done from him. No safety cars yet in this race, just one VSC for a short duration. We'll have to see how this pans out as we're nearing a third of the way through this one. Filipich hunting down BTFU for that final podium position in this race. Does he have the lunge down the inside? It looks like he's going for it. BTFU around the outside to defend. Filipich is not playing around. Vettel's keeping up with this fight as well, and Filipich, I have to say, is doing quite well considering he's on hard compound tires right now. Valu 1 second off of Dirk Chocolate. Will be looking to, of course, move up this field on those fresh hards. But I'm really tuned into, of course, this fight for P3 right now with Filipich and BTFU. It's extremely tight, and I think we're going to see a move coming out of the final turn, heading up into turn 1 for this Williams, if he's able to get a good exit out through these turns right here. DRS in utilization. No battery, however. Using this opportunity to pick a moment to strike. Dirk Chocolate's had a major issue and a reset to track to boot. Here comes his teammate Moen with Mammal hot on his gearbox. Not entirely sure what's happened to Dirk there to cause his car to come around in a 180 like that, and it looks like Astrodite has dropped a position to Becky, and here we have it. BTFU and Filipich ahead. BTFU has another threat to worry about. That's Vettel, who took advantage, and now he's through on the mediums as well. So it's Filipich and Vettel. Let's take a look at the position changes in this one. Filipich has made up 16 places in these opening 9 laps here. We have Vettel up 12. BTFU and Tim have done a great job regardless. They're in 5th and 6th, up 5 each. Microlander up 3. Mario up 7. As the grid continues to play tricks on us. Blasi hunting down Cactus right now for 16th position. And there's a big spin coming out of the McLaren. Hate to see it. That's going to allow Cotters through. Astrodite, however, too far behind to take advantage of that opportunity to move through. Moen under serious threat for the final points position as we stand, and that's Mammal on pressure hard compound tires, looking at that Red Bull's rear wing. Curious to see if Mammal is going to have a look down into turn 1 here. What's the exit like? Oh, look at the traction for Mammal right now on Moen up the inside on the hard compound tires. There's a Ferrari looking at this situation as well. So tight to the rear of this Red Bull is going to be Scars, and he's on fresher mediums at the moment. 4 laps old in comparison to 9 in Moen's case. And he is going to have DRS coming down through the long straight. Is he going to get this position? He's already on the rear wing. DRS on the rear wing now open for the Ferrari. And he just breezes on past. But is Moen going to utilize that battery to try and defend here? He does. It just is not enough. And this is a very good overtake by both Vettel. Sorry, not Vettel. Mammal, Vettel's teammate, and Scars here on the Red Bull. EB tight to the rear of Ducks. We have another tire battle here. Crampy on this grid, for whatever reason, is all up and down. Be on the hunt, but I think there's another hunt going on here. Yasko's just been given a 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flags. Filipich is on the rear of Mario. We're going to check in with Becky in a second to see if we can't see some action for P2 here. Filipich, 10-lap-old hards versus the 10-lap-old mediums. He's going to have DRS in through the next straight. Is this going to be the run? He has a great carry of momentum on the exit. Becky B very tight to the rear of that Renault in the fight for 13th right now, but here we have it. Filipich down with a lunge to the inside. Does he get the move clean? Squeezing off the Renault a little bit. Mario, not a lot of room to move off there. That is Filipich, however, into second. Hard racing between those two. Becky B and Ducks are having the exchange now. Becky B has not quite made it done, but he is looking, and he has had that brief toe into 13th position. He just needs to get the move done permanently now. We'll have to see how Ducks defends. Of course, there is a little bit of a tire difference. Ducks on fresher rubber by 1 lap. Key thing to note is Tim and BTFU have been glued together for quite some time in this race. They are working very well together in those Alpha Tauris. They have both moved up quite a good amount of positions here in this race. I do believe 4 positions for both of them at the time being. Yes, it is. Mario. Well, Crampy, I'm not entirely too sure what's happened with Crampy in this race because of the timing tower constantly shifting him all over this grid. Hopefully, if a dear developer from Codemaster views this video for whatever reason, they enjoy it, but not only enjoy it, they see what's happening with the timing tower. Help me. Becky B still very tight to the rear of Ducks, but Ducks has caught up with Moen now, and this is a 3-car fight for P12. Here we have it, the Renault up the inside. Where's Becky B in this situation? Does he have a lunge now? Around the outside is the Alfa Romeo, and he dispatches the Red Bull as well. What a move and what a view from that battle. Becky B isn't finished just yet, though. We're going to jump on with Scars. He's looking at Dirk. He's got a great carry of speed. Down to the inside now is the Ferrari. Does he have that move done clean? Yes, he does. Let's take a look at Becky now. He has not quite caught up with Ducks just yet to make a move. Now, BTFU, one key thing to note here, is now in 12th position, not too far ahead of these racers. And this could be a very good thing for Ducks to give him DRS to perhaps defend against Becky here. BTFU on some very fresh hard compound tires. He's going to be looking to go to the end on these now. We're on lap 12 out of 31 in this race. Of course, if you are enjoying this video and this edition of Broadcasted, do me a favor, help me out, hit that subscribe button and that little alert bell, because I would greatly appreciate it, and it would let you know when I have more content like these commentaries uploaded. A lot of drivers now coming into the pit lane, the first of which in this stint was Microlander. Vettel, Mario, and Tim all followed suit, and everybody's going onto those hards. And as I said at the beginning, I do believe the optimal strat here is the one-stop medium hard. There are a couple of drivers tempting fate with a couple of different strategies. We'll take a look at the stops right now. You can see a few drivers here in this grid struggling. They've had to come in. They've had to get wings changed over, things like this. So things have been quite a long race for a few of these drivers. Now, Becky B is in a position, as a result of all of those pit stops coming through, Tim fell behind him, to get some points with Ducks not too far ahead. He's within half a second. He's got that DRS. He's got not a lot of battery, But he's having a look, and there goes a VSC, and it looks like Cotters has had an issue, resulting in a retirement coming through Sector 3. Which is extremely unfortunate. And now there's another car off. That is Astrodite in the Haas. What has happened with him? Very unfortunate. The two drivers now out of this race in rapid succession for whatever reason. Looks like they've both had issues in Sector 3 here. What an interesting race we are seeing unfold here around Singapore. Love to see it. So we're back to green flag racing now. Yoda has come into the pit lane and taken a 5-second penalty for speeding as well. But he will not be too thrilled about that. Becky B is into 10th as a result of that pit stop. Tim is going to inherit a position. Where is Moen in all of this? Is he going to come out? Yes, he does. So he is ahead of Yoda now on 13-lap-old mediums. Vettel on the run, looking at Mario, the Renault, defending on the outside. There we have it. Vettel to the inside with a huge dive, trying to get that move done. He's in 7th. A little bit of a love tap from Mario on the rear of Vettel's racing point, but nothing major. Vettel has held it in 7th now. Mario and Vettel, of course, on similar tires. Becky B has been hunting down this Renault of Ducks for this entire race. He's been on the rear of that Renault. I imagine he is very tired of looking at it, and not entirely sure now what's happened here. It looks like Crampy has been overtaken by Mammal. For 4th position, Mammal on those 6-lap-old hards. He's having a stellar race. Yasko has retired, and it would appear he has retired that car in the pit lane. So he is finished for the session. The Scuderia down to 1 car in 5th. That's Scars. Now we have Becky looking at Ducks. Ducks defending to the inside. Becky says, all right, no problem. And he gets the move done into 9th position. Very neat from Becky there. See if Ducks has the run on that Alfa Romeo. I do not believe he will. Struggling on the exit there. And things have really spaced themselves out in this race for the moment. As I say that, actually, Vettel is catching Scars, and he is within DRS range. Crampy having a big issue. A lot of lag there. I'm not entirely sure if the car was even visually there for these racers, which is something that we've seen happen before. There's no damage for Vettel, even though we went straight into that Haas. Vettel gets the move done on Scars. Scars not going to have really an answer for this. He's on much older tires. Something to talk about here is iFilipic. iFilipic has been having a very good race. Take a look at the position changes. He has made it up from 19th position on this grid into lead of this race. He is on the hard compound tires as well. Question is, how long is he going to be going on those tires, and what tires is he going to come in onto? Mario hunting down Scars now with the DRS. Not quite close enough into turn 1 to make the move just yet. This is going to allow him to get close enough for a good run in through the next straight. And I think we may see that Renault of Mario dispatch this Ferrari White soon. Let's take a look at the exit. Good traction, overtaken utilization, DRS on the rear wing, of course, and now through the inside goes the Renault. Very clear ahead, and it's these tires for Scars now playing a role in these battles. Tim on the very fresh hards with a very big lunge, trying to dispatch Ducks for 10th position now. A little bit of a dive, I'd have to say, around the outside. They're having to really get hard on those brakes, but Ducks, he's on those older mediums just the same as we saw Scars a moment ago. So these hards showing quite a good amount of pace. DRS for the AlphaTauri, not utilizing too much of that battery. Just trying to keep within range of the Renault for those opportunistic moments on the straights. So close is Tim at the moment. Felipic has pulled the pin. He has come into the pit lane on the mediums. Where is he going to come out is a big question. Mario has passed him. He's come out of the pit lane now. It looks like he's in 6th position. Here we have Tim up the inside into turn 1. He has made the move, and it looks like he's made it stick on the Renault for now. Let's jump on with Felipic as he's on these fresh mediums now, moving ahead of Mario down the straight. And that is a clear-cut move ahead into 5th position on the fresher, much quicker tire here in this one. Scars now. BTFU has dispatched him for 7th position. BTFU on 4-lap old hards, and Scars not going to be too thrilled. The strategy he's on at the moment isn't doing him any major favors, but we'll have to see how it pays off for him later in this race. Felipic in that Williams is going to be looking to fly on these fresh mediums. He has 4 drivers ahead of him. 2 of them are on 9-lap old hards. That's Valu and Mammal. Purple sector 2 for the Williams as well. He's absolutely clipping on this rubber. Ooh. He was clipping maybe a little too much. Clipping the corner maybe. Multiple warnings. 3-second time penalty for Felipic here. Microlander, however, who is in a unique position ahead of him, has also just taken a 3-second time penalty, which could play a role in how this practice finishes. Becky B has come into the pit lane now. He's getting off of those medium compound tires, which is very interesting to see. What tires is he going to get onto? He's going on to another set of mediums. I do believe it was softs that he began this race on. He began this race in 3rd position, so he is going to have some very fresh mediums to go to the end of this race. We have about 14 laps left. 14 laps left right now. Actually, I do believe 13, counting the present lap. Could be wrong. My math is never the greatest in determining the distance of laps to go. I just try to keep things in the present, like Dirk Chocolate looking very closely at Yoda. Just over halfway in this race. Valu, Microlander, and Mammal are your top 3 right now. Vettel, Felipic round out your top 5. We have Mario, BTFU, Scars, Tim, and Ducks all in the points. Yoda, 11.3 seconds out of the points. Dirk Chocolate within a second of him in this campaign to get back into things. And we have Becky B 6.5 seconds away on those very fresh mediums. Felipic crosses very fast, a 138.167 on those medium compound tires, and Vettel and him have caught up with Mammal. Vettel looks like he had a little bit of a slip compromising his exit here, and that's going to be Felipic Really looking at him. I tried to switch back smoothly with the cameras. It didn't work out for me, but now we have another move now on the outside into the next turn. Is this going to hold for Vettel? Great defense for Vettel there. Felipic having to extend on the turn, but that is going to be Felipic through. Becky's just taken a 5-second penalty. He has retired the car. So something has happened. Maybe something came up for him. Emergency perhaps, I don't know, but he's called it in the pit lane. We have Vettel losing time to Felipic. Felipic isn't taking any prisoners here. He wants to get back in the lead of this race. He's on these mediums. Mammal under major threat here from the Croatian. Safety car has been deployed. Why has this happened now? I have no idea what has sparked this. I'm trying to look on the circuit map. We have no new retirements other than Becky in the pit lane. Unless Yasko. Did Yasko retire? What has happened to cause this safety car? I am absolutely in the dark on this. But regardless, we are going to see a safety car. Microlander. What has happened to Microlander? Has he retired the car in the pit lane here? What on earth? Yeah, he has. So he's retired in the pit lane. Mammal is in a very good position here. Fresh mediums, third position. Valu and Felipic. Not entirely sure where they are right now. Valu is on the rear of Moen, it would appear. As Moen is on the verge of being lapped. Very odd. And Mammal's just been disqualified for ignoring a yellow flag? What on earth? What has happened to this race? Things were going well aside from the timing tower. Vettel's just been disqualified for ignoring a yellow flag. What? Mario's now ahead of the... What on earth has happened? Well, I do believe that is going to be the finish to this practice, as the safety car is eliminating driver after driver here. Where is Felipic in this situation? And why is he slowing down? Perhaps the delta? Wow, this is interesting. Race has really been turned on its head. I have no idea what has gone on. I think it's as a result of the timing tower glitches that has sparked this issue with the safety car. Rampy has just taken a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, look at the timing tower. That's very odd indeed. Of course, the only reason I am carrying on with this is for the sake of just to see what really does end in this race, and perhaps people can use this as footage for, I don't know, reporting bugs. Because this is wild, what we are witnessing right now. "20 drivers began this race. There is now 12 remaining. We are under safety car conditions and a variety of drivers were disqualified for apparently ignoring yellow flags in safety car conditions. And we have a couple of retirements. A couple in the pit lane in the cases of what I believe were Microlander and Becky B. Cotters and Astrolite both crashed. Gasco also retiring in this race. He was on one lap old hards, and I'm not entirely sure what caused the safety car still. So I imagine when the racers watch this back in the premiere, they will be able to comment on that. It's going to be a very interesting last few, well, not few laps. They're quite long laps around here in Singapore. The fastest lap of this race is a 138.167, and Filipich. It's very interesting as to what's going on with him, because according to the timing tower, and I do believe according to where we were before this safety car began, he is currently leading the race. But for some reason, he is following the P9 driver of Cactus in this queue. We're currently waiting on Where's Lozzie to catch the grid. And see, let's take a look at gap to leader here. Moen, Crampy. Never mind. Moen, I guess it was Moen, Crampy, and yeah, there we have it. Moen, Crampy, and Lozzie. Excuse me for the repetition. All have been lapped in this race. And according to the timing tower, everybody is about 2 minutes off of Filipich. Crampy just took 5 seconds for a severe collision with Yoda. Does he have damage? Does not appear that either of them have damage. I am super confused. I am admittedly super confused. So where's Valu in this situation? Valu is on the rear of Filipich. So the two front runners have cleared this grid by 2 minutes, by an entire lap. Dirk Chocolate. What? What has happened? What are these penalties? Is the safety car going to be coming in? Is a big question. We're about to cross into Sector 3 here. Valu and Filipich are stuck behind traffic in this grid. I am okay, so there it is. Safety car in this lap. Lap 24 going to be green flag racing. Filipich and Valu are currently in traffic right now, but the timing tower is saying that they aren't lapped. So BTFU is technically leading this restart, and I don't know how that works, but he's in P3. He is in P3 at the moment. And there's a 5-second penalty for BTFU, with Scars perhaps tapping him on the rear. These drivers, for anybody that finishes this race, I think they should get a medal, because this has been wild now. Excuse me. Absolutely bizarre. Here we have BTFU. He's launched it. He's coming away from that Ferrari through the final 2 turns. And we're back to racing here with Filipich and Valu. Where are they? So is Cactus being shown a blue flag at the moment? Yes, he is. Valu. Moen is going to look to get Cactus as well, and he's just advanced a position as Cactus slowed down for those blue flags, and now we have Cactus in the wall. No! What has gone on? Valu still so tight to the rear of Felipic right now in this battle for, yes, the race lead and the race win. Wheel to wheel coming down through. Felipic defending to the inside. Very tight between these two, but that is the McLaren ahead into P1. Felipic with a run now. Back on the McLaren to the inside. A little bit of a brush there on the McLaren's exit with that Williams. But a great defense from Valu there, and Felipic is really going to have to take his time to line up an overtake. The switchback has not worked out for him in that equation, and he is losing time now. He is, of course, on older rubber. BTFU is apparently a minute and 50 seconds behind this fight for the lead of the race, and he's in P3, so nobody knows what's going on there. But BTFU has a fight of his own to worry about. That's Scars in P4 in the Ferrari. The other AlphaTauri of Tim in 5th, 1.3 seconds behind. We have Ducks, Dirk Chocolate, and Moen 6, 7, 8. Lozzie's in 9th. Crampy's in 10th, and the two Mercedes are in 11th and 12th out of the points. Lozzie looking at Moen, snapping to the inside into turn 1. Very clear ahead. Bit of an extension, and I'm seeing a camera view I've never seen before on the rear of this car. Very interesting. Look at that. I don't think I've ever seen that view in spectator mode before. Very interesting. Don't know if I like it. Ozzy is on the fastest tires right now. Look at the distance she is pulling away from Moen and the amount of time she is gaining on Dirk Chocolate ahead. I'm 2 seconds away from Scars at the moment. Scars holding well with BTFU for this final podium position. Felipic and Valu are still locked tight within a second of one another. Dirk Chocolate has taken a 3-second time penalty, which may cost him, considering Lozzie is hunting down that gap. We've seen it come down by a second now in the last 2 sectors. And big thing here to talk about is penalties and the situation that may come. I do not have a full tally of the penalties, and I'll be real, I'm not going to look because I think it's exciting come the end of a race to see who was cleanest. Valu and Felipic are quite close enough where penalties could play a role. Chocolate's under threat already, or what is this? That's Valu and Felipic lapping Dirk now. So how many times has he been lapped? Because I was under the impression that this entire grid was lapped. How does this work out like that? I am so confused. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I imagine a few of the drivers are in a very frustrated position, considering how the timing tower is stacked up. Ooh, Scars. A little bit of a slide. Don't want to be doing that too much near the finish of a race. Blue flags are being shown all around the circuit right now, and it's because Valu and Felipic are in the process of cutting through this field. We have Ducks in that Renault Currently a thorn in Ifilipic's side. He needs to get past Dux here to catch up with Value in that McLaren. Dux is going to take a penalty if he doesn't get out of dodge in a second here. I don't think the stewards in the game are going to give him any more corners after this one. Ooh, I don't know if it's a timer or if it's corner based in the game. I believe in reality it's corner based, or at the very least the safest position. But we're seeing blue flags shown for quite some time, and I think it's as a collective because of Value on the car ahead, and of course this fight between Ifilipic and Dux. Now Dux on the inside. Dux is on quicker tires than Ifilipic here at the moment, and this is really giving him a problem. Intervals have really spaced themselves out on this grid, with the exception of, well, what has happened now with Cactus and Yoda. So there's been an overtake between the two Mercedes, it would seem, and something else to look at is the fact that Scars starting to fall off of BTFU a little bit. Now we have another issue. Who's this? We've had a yellow flag. Not entirely sure what sparked it. Oh no, it was Tim. So Tim has received a penalty for ignoring the blue flags being waved in the circuit, and he's not going to be thrilled about that at all. What? This is prime entertainment. Prime entertainment right here. Scars has Tim right on his rear at the moment. Tim just took that penalty. Dirk has now had an issue, I believe. No, excuse me. Dux has had an issue, resulting in Dirk getting 6th position. Now we've had a VSC as Tim very close to the rear of Scars here. We'll see how these two manage their delta pace, as Lozzy's just taken a 5-second penalty on crossing the pit lane exit line. No. Dux has retired the car. Is that a crash? I do believe it is a crash of some capacity. Oh, there's no front wing left on that car. Thank God this is a practice race. Look at the amount of drivers finishing, and this is of course why the practices get done. Race control, DRS enabled. That means we're back to green flag racing, and it's looking like only one driver in this race may not finish in points, and I have no idea who it's going to be, because I have no idea where anyone actually is on the timing tower anymore at this point. Something to talk about though was the fact that Tim has fallen off of Scars significantly here. Dirk Chocolate is in 7th, 1.2 seconds away. He could be looking to inherit 6th position, at the very least on circuit here on lap 29. Ifilipic has come into the pit lane, which is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. That's a big gap to try and make up within a couple of laps. Could be going for the fastest lap, but I thought he already had it. No, Yoda snatched it at 136.627. So I think that Ifilipic is going to concede the P1, because he has enough of a gap to come out on softs and just undo Yoda's fastest lap here, given how things panned out. So we'll ride on board with that lap in a moment, as Tim is within DRS of Scars. Dirk is closing up as well. I may have read the gap completely different or wrong earlier with Scars and Tim, because I did not think they were that close. But Tim in 5th, hunting down 4th, with Dirk not too far behind here. Scars on the older tires of the 3, but only by a lap, and we've had some safety car running. Moen's just taken a 3-second time penalty after multiple warnings, but he's in a fantastic position in this race. Let's take a look at where everybody has moved up in this one. Ifilipic has moved up 17 positions to where he is now in this race. Everybody has actually moved up positions from where they began in this race, except Crampy. I don't know where Crampy is because he hasn't really been on the timing tower in a position for me to know where he's actually at. There's a move. There's Tim looking at the outside. Very tight between these two. A lunge to the outside from the AlphaTauri. A little bit of a tap. Lozzie has made it into some points as well, in 10th it would seem. We're on the penultimate lap of this race. Felipic is flying quite fast at the moment. We forgot to jump on when he began the lap, but he is looking to undo Yoda's fastest time. Cars under serious threat still from the AlphaTauri. And as all of these drivers have been lapped, the big question is, will they take an early checkered flag? Or actually, not all of the drivers have been lapped. According to the timing tower, BTFU is the only one who hasn't been lapped. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. According to the timing tower, Crampy's in 3rd. But I do not believe this is correct. But I'm going to be shocked when the race finishes and hopefully the times sort themselves out appropriately. (1:35.370), the fastest time from Felipic. Very, very quick indeed. I cannot believe the timing tower right now. That is weird. Well, Tim has a big problem named Dirk Chocolate here. Dirk Chocolate's hunting down final positions. Cactus is being shown blue flags. He pulls off to the inside in the runoff of that chicane. Or at the very least, that right-hand turn. And now, Dirk is within DRS of Tim. Doesn't look like Tim has DRS on the car ahead. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but Dirk, this is his last opportunity. I do believe this is his last opportunity. Where is Valu and all? Did he only just begin that lap? No, I believe he's about to cross the checkered flag in that car. Yes, he is. So he has won this race. BTFU was in fact lapped. Where are these drivers going to finish now in this midfield battle then? Scars, Tim, and Dirk. Whoa. Tim, 4th. Scars, 5th. Dirk finishes 6th. Crampy in 7th, apparently. Moen in 8th. I think Felipic is about to cross the line in 2nd position here. Moen. He jumps Crampy. I think everyone might jump Crampy here. I don't know where he's actually supposed to be in this grid. Yoda coming through the final turns. No, he takes 9th. So Crampy finishes 8th after being all up and down the timing tower. Lozzie, the last driver to finish, although the last driver to finish in this race in the points. Cactus out of the points. Lozzie perhaps taking some time in this race to practice, using some stops, getting some different tires, judging the wear, things like this. Good to finish in the points, even if it's just the 1 point. Felipic, driver of the day, no doubt, from 19th position to P2 for the Williams. But I definitely hope you enjoyed that one. Let's take a look at the timing tower. What happened in this race? Wow. Okay, so Felipic takes the so first and foremost, Valu wins the race in the McLaren from pole position to the win. Great race, 2 stop. Ifilipic, we also had that safety car, of course, to keep in mind. Ifilipic, a 135.370 from 19th to 2nd. Now, everything got really shaken up with the safety car, and I don't think there was a single driver on this grid without penalties. Nope, there definitely wasn't. So that wraps up this edition of Broadcasted. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, help me out. Hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, tell me what you think I could perhaps even improve on. If you enjoyed the race, give me some feedback. Love to hear it. But that is a very long incident director here, and we're going to take a look at pit stops as well. But yeah, of course, my name's Strifium. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you for the next race.